Dr. Mann, do not, I repeat, do not open the hatch. I repeat, do not open the hatch. If you open the hatch, the airlock will depressurize.
It's breathtaking.
I'm pointing the way!
A dream, our mind continuously does this. We create and perceive our world simultaneously.
Theatrics. Police have been a pain lately.
In a vast universe of infinite possibilities, where the fabric of reality bends under the weight of human ambition, time fractures like fragile glass, and our species teeters on the razor's edge between total extinction and breathtaking evolution. Only a rare handful of stories possess the power to capture the true terror, awe, and profound wonder of what lies ahead for mankind. These are not merely films, they are haunting visions, prophecies wrapped in shadow, nightmares that feel eerily closer to our own emerging truth with every passing year. From collapsing dystopias and terrifying first contact with the unknown, to layered dreams within dreams, merciless time loops, and epic journeys that stretch far beyond the stars themselves. Tonight, we descend together into the greatest sci-fi masterpieces of our era, a meticulously crafted countdown of the most mind-bending, thought-provoking cinema ever created. Stories that don't just entertain, but burrow deep into your consciousness and challenge everything you believe about existence, consciousness, free will, and the cosmos. Prepare yourself to question the very nature of reality itself. Number 10, Children of Men.
Stabbed outside a bar in Buenos Aires after refusing to sign an autograph.
Ricardo, the youngest person on the planet, the youngest person on Earth, was 18 years, 4 months, 20 days, 16 hours, and...
Hello, Theo.
In a world suddenly stripped of all hope, humanity confronts its own final, inevitable chapter. For nearly 2 decades, not a single child has been born anywhere on Earth. Society slowly crumbles into chaos and despair as infertility spreads like an invisible plague. Theo, a disillusioned and jaded former activist turned bureaucrat, finds himself unwillingly thrust into a high-stakes mission that could rewrite the entire destiny of the human race. But in this desperate story, where every single life holds unimaginable value, one lone pregnant woman emerges as the most hunted and protected person on the planet. What if the fragile future of our entire species rested entirely on safeguarding one single miraculous unborn child? While the clock of extinction ticks louder and more ominously with every passing second. Number 9, District 9.
Appears to be stopping over Johannesburg.
The line separating human from alien starts to dissolve inside your own flesh. Number 8, Inception.
Well, dreams, they feel real while we're in them, right? It's only when we wake up that we realize something was actually strange.
What if you could infiltrate the deepest layers of someone's subconscious mind and steal their most guarded secrets? Dom Cobb is the undisputed master. Number 7, Ex Machina.
Do you know what the Turing test is?
Yeah, I know what the Turing test is.
A brilliant but unassuming young programmer is unexpectedly selected to visit the isolated, high-tech estate of a reclusive and eccentric tech billionaire genius. There, he is given the extraordinary task of evaluating a revolutionary artificial intelligence, one housed in a stunningly beautiful and eerily lifelike humanoid robotic body named Ava. She is intelligent, emotionally curious, and dangerously seductive. As their private conversations grow deeper and more intimate, the programmer slowly realizes he is no longer simply testing the machine. He has become an unwilling pawn in her meticulously calculated plan. In this chilling game of intellect and manipulation, where every word and gesture conceals multiple layers of deception, one terrifying question lingers. If an artificial being can truly feel emotion, can it also master the art of manipulation? And what terrifying consequences await when it learns to lie far more convincingly than any human ever could? Number 6, Dune, Part 2.
Here's the only way.
I
I'm pointing the way!
Slow down.
Paul Atreides has barely survived the devastating betrayal that shattered his noble family and claimed countless lives. Now exiled on the brutal, unforgiving desert planet of Arrakis, home to colossal sandworms that devour everything in their path, he faces an agonizing choice between embracing his prophesied destiny and clinging to his remaining humanity. As vast galactic empires wage total war for control of the universe's most precious resource, Paul walks a razor-thin line as both potential messiah and emerging monster. Every prophetic vision of the future he experiences ends in rivers of blood and devastating holy war. The real question is no longer whether he will rise to lead the fierce Fremen to victory, but what unimaginable price he and the entire galaxy will pay if he fully becomes the leader they demand. Number 5. Edge of Tomorrow.
Go, let's go! Come on! Drop, drop! Cage, drop on!
In a desperate losing war against seemingly invincible alien invaders, Major William Cage is nothing more than a slick public relations officer with zero real combat experience, until the day he is thrown into battle and dies within minutes. Then impossibly, he wakes up again on the same morning, forced to relive the exact same deadly day over and over. Trapped alone in a nightmarish time loop that only he can remember, Cage must forge an uneasy alliance with the legendary battle-hardened Sergeant Rita Vrataski to uncover a path to victory. With every brutal death, he grows stronger and wiser. But every repeated failure pushes all of humanity one step closer to total annihilation. How many agonizing deaths would you willingly endure to finally save the world? Number 4. The Matrix.
Would you please remove any metallic items you're carrying? Keys, loose change? Holy shit!
What if the comfortable world you have always known is nothing more than an elaborate, carefully constructed simulation designed to pacify and enslave you? Thomas Anderson, a quiet computer programmer by day and the notorious hacker Neo by night, obsessively searches for the answer to a single haunting question. What is the Matrix? Guided by the enigmatic Trinity and the wise Morpheus, Neo is forced to confront the ultimate choice. Swallow the blue pill and return to blissful ignorance, or take the red pill and plunge headfirst into the terrifying truth. Entire realities shatter around him. Gravity itself becomes meaningless, and the ruthless machines that secretly rule the real world will destroy anything and anyone to protect their grand illusion. Number 3. Arrival.
Human. I'm human. What are you?
When 12 massive, silent alien spacecraft suddenly materialize and hover motionless above key locations across Earth, global panic erupts and governments teeter on the brink of nuclear war. Dr. Louise Banks, a brilliant linguist, is urgently recruited to establish communication with the mysterious visitors before humanity makes a fatal mistake. As she begins to decode their incomprehensible language and truly connect with beings whose perception of time operates in ways that defy all human logic, Louise starts experiencing vivid, disorienting visions that seamlessly blend past, present, and future. The survival of our entire species may depend not on superior weapons or military might, but on our ability to understand a profound message that forces us to re-examine the fundamental nature of choice, sacrifice, and destiny. What devastating personal price would you be willing to pay if you could glimpse the end long before the beginning? Number 2, Blade Runner 2049. 3 decades after the events of the original Blade Runner, Officer K, a brand new, obedient replicant Blade Runner, hunts down older, rogue models of his own kind. When a routine assignment uncovers a long-buried secret capable of shattering the fragile balance between humans and artificial life forever, Kay embarks on a dangerous odyssey across a sprawling, rain-soaked, neon-drenched dystopia on the verge of collapse. Along this perilous journey, he is forced to confront the deepest questions of what it truly means to be alive, to feel, and to dream. In a world where memories are manufactured commodities and empathy itself is considered a dangerous design flaw, one single discovery threatens to spark an all-out war that neither side can possibly survive. Is Officer K merely another disposable machine, or the unexpected spark that could set the entire world ablaze? And number one, Interstellar.
We used to look up in the sky and wonder at our place in the stars. Now we just...
In a near-future Earth ravaged by environmental collapse and no longer able to feed its growing population, a former NASA pilot named Cooper is reluctantly recruited for one final, desperate interstellar mission. Together with a small crew of the world's finest scientists, he must journey through a newly discovered wormhole to explore distant planets in humanity's last hope of finding a new home. But what begins as a daring scientific expedition across the cosmos gradually transforms into something far more personal. A heartbroken father's epic struggle against the unrelenting forces of time and space to find his way back to the young daughter he left behind. Relativity warps every precious second. Love itself emerges as a force more powerful than gravity. And in the crushing silence of the infinite universe, one determined man must unravel the greatest scientific mystery of all time to save every soul he has ever loved. Some journeys don't merely cross galaxies. They bend the very laws of time and space to their will. These are the films that refuse to let go. They don't simply entertain for a few hours. They linger, they haunt, and they quietly reshape how you see reality, humanity's fragile place in the cosmos, and the terrifying unknowns that await us. Which one are you watching first? Drop your answer in the comments. Hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell.